Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rotoworld Football Show. It is Thursday, May 18th, 2023. MMXXIII, as it's known to our Roman friends. We love our Romans. Denny
millions of Romans listening.
Denny begins to groan. Joined by Denny Carter and Kyle Dvorchak today, where we are going to do an underdog best ball draft. Get an early look at the ADP. I mean, I know this is a late look at the ADP for some of our underdog sickos, our best ball sickos out there.
We love this.
Patrick Crane, our former coworker who then betrayed us, has the entire ADP just tattooed on his eyelids.
That's right.
So he already knows the underdog ADP by heart. I'm assuming Kyle Dvorchak does. I'm assuming he's the reason the $5 tournament's already filled up, and I'm paying $25 to do a podcast.
Such is the price of content, I think.
It is. But we're going to have some debates when I'm on the clock and about what to do, and just kind of talking about some of the early debates that are going to be raging as the year goes on, because as we know, these things happen, and we're going to be very angry. None of it will matter whatsoever in the end. But we're going to do it. I'm going to hit enter. Kyle claims it's going to fill like almost immediately. So producer Adam, I'm ready to hit enter when tell me when, Adam. You can't say anything because you're behind. There you go. All right, hitting enter. Because we are going to be drafting. You will be entered into this $25. Oh, my God. My account, which I should say my account. I mean, of course, my account has thousands of dollars in it.
Millions. I'm looking at it right now. It's 1.7 million.
Yeah, right? It is. So here we go. I'm hitting yes. Yeah. Entering the draft. No, it's almost full.
I think we're at like 7 already. I just saw the waiting for X people already tick down too since you joined.
Kyle, you go, Denny.
Yeah, so I'm going to badger you throughout this process to stack. You got to stack.
We do love to stack. We know. I will never stack.
No, you're going to stack.
No, I do stack. Do I have to do week 17 stacks? And
buddy, you better believe you have to do week 17 stacks.
Oh my God. And run backs too? Can I just do stacks? Do I have to do run backs?
Is it even a stack without a run back, sir?
And Kyle, do you want to explain really quick, in case some of our audience is not familiar, what a stack is, what a run back is?
So stack, I would even be stacking in my regular leagues, because first out of 12 it's I don't want to say hard, but like that's a small number. 1 of 12 is a relatively small number. So we want all of our bets to be correlated. If I get my quarterback right, it's really convenient to have also gotten receiver and receiver 2 right, i.e. last year, Jalen Hurts. If you took all of the Eagles, you just needed one thing to line up, and they all line up, because that's how football works, right? And in best ball, at least on Underdog and DraftKings, the tournaments pay out specifically. You get out of your 12-person league, and then you have to jump through more one-round leagues in weeks 15, 16, and then into 17. And all of the money, this year it's about 2/3 the money, is allocated to the final round that happens in week 17. So much like in DFS, it's probably a good idea. There are more important things to consider, to be clear. Some say you want good players, a still hotly debated topic. If you want good players, bad players, is there a difference? But one thing to consider is that maybe you get to week 17 and you find the game that shoots out like crazy. Another way to basically lump all of your bets into one correlated sort of parlay, right? And maybe this parlay pays out $3 million.
Yes. So the draft has begun. I have the 9th pick. If you're listening on podcast, we're going to try to keep this podcast friendly still. It is on YouTube. If you find yourself encountering this in audio form and want to check out the actual draft on YouTube, where you can be able to see every pick in the replay of this
the
podcast.
NFL on NBC YouTube page, folks, where we have all of our good content.
So already no idea what to do. Do I go running back? So to be clear, this is my first underdog draft of the spring. Or is it spring? Is it summer? Is it winter? Who can say? But this is my first draft. And Kyle, why don't you just tell me what to do?
So again, good players, bad players. Are there a difference? First round pick, I don't know. As long as you don't do anything super weird, there's no one that I look at first round and say like, that's a terrible pick. Drafters are pretty good at identifying who are the good plays.
So Kyle, I have 28 seconds left. Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown, I feel like are in a tier this year with Davante Adams. I have AJ Brown ranked the highest in my rankings. I think he might be the most regression proof of this group. I don't really know why. I want to take AJ Brown. Is this dumb?
Sure, get him in, and then get Jalen Hurts.
That's what we're trying to do. I think he's already been drafted. He went 1-1, didn't he? No.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. I'm going to take AJ Brown. Kyle, was that smart to take him over Stephon Diggs?
Yeah, it's fine. Go for it. They're back to back in ADP. Like I said, at this point, like there's like 6 to 7 guys who are extremely viable. You could probably sell me on a few other guys at the back end of the first round. Low stakes here. Draft the guys you like. AJ Brown's big. He's fast. He plays with a great quarterback. Have fun.
Denny, why is Jonathan Taylor's ADP outside the top 12? I mean, I know why, but
Yeah,
I feel like we're kind of overthinking this.
Probably it's overthinking. I don't think it helps his case all that much that he'll likely have Anthony Richardson taking a lot of high value touches / rushes, in the red zone inside the 10. So I get it, but you're definitely getting a Jonathan Taylor discount because of the catastrophe that was 2022 for Jonathan Taylor.
I'm almost back on the clock here at pick 2, 3, 15 overall. Do I just lock in the Hurts AJ Brown stack? Jonathan Taylor just went. I was going to consider Jonathan Taylor.
I think that's the move here.
Is it too early, Kyle, even in underdog, even in best ball, to take a quarterback, or do I take Jalen Hurts now?
Yeah, this is speaking of debates, you can go for Jalen Hurts. I don't think it's a bad pick here. It's like
or should I take Mahomes, who is available, and try to stack him with some other Chiefs?
Also fine. Again, like
we're taking Jalen Hurts. And,
there aren't the most steadfast rules. They're both good. The thing is, you're not saying should I take a good player or a bad player, which is a good level 1 introduction of like we still are trying to score fantasy points. No problem. And I think the quarterback stuff is really interesting because when you look at the data from last year, which is essentially like one slate, right? We get one run out of how the season plays out. But last year, like if you did not have an elite quarterback, you weren't getting big games. Right. The big games came exclusively from the elite quarterbacks who we all know, like the top ones, Mahomes, Allen, and you took Hurts. There was like 2 like good spike weeks. They're talking about 25, 30 burgers plus that came from Jared Goff. A few shockingly came from Geno Smith, and then Justin Fields was the one final bridge. But after that, we have, and this has kind of been a trend that has developed in recent years. Again, these are small samples. 1 year is almost just like one DFS slate, but small sample acknowledgement. We seem to be getting a lot better at predicting who the good quarterbacks for fantasy purposes are. I think there's a few things that go into it. Rushing, we just have like, it's easy to say, oh, a healthy Lamar rushes for like 900 yards as a floor. That's not fluky touchdown efficiency that a lot of times we saw pop up with the pocket passers of the 2010s. That is just inherent to his game. And then I think there's something to the fact that like Mahomes is the best quarterback ever. So it's pretty easy to say.
Denny, it seems like you're sitting on a foot, Denny. What is it?
Yeah, well, I just want to say about the reason I wanted to go, I urge you to go Hurts over Mahomes is because we know that the Philadelphia target tree is so condensed between really Brown, Goddard, and Smith that to me is a better stacking avenue than getting Mahomes and a non-Kelsey guy. You know, like, oh well, I guess Kadarius Toney or I guess Sky Moore maybe or Rashee Rice. Like hopefully they'll have some big games, which that's fair and it's price adjusted. I get that. I feel more comfortable trying to go nuclear with guys who are definitely seeing a lot of air yards, a lot of targets. And by the way, I wanted to mention, since we're on the Eagles here, that the Eagles play Arizona in week 17. So good luck finding a Cardinals player.
I'm going to be running it back with what's that guy's name? Clayton Tune. Running it back with Clayton Tune.
Oh yeah, he's good. Clayton Tune's good.
So Denny, by the way, the reason you wanted me to take Jalen Hurts over Mahomes and nothing to do with stacking is you do think Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes, right?
I think he's the best of all time. Yes.
Good. Am I allowed to take a running back in the 3rd round, or is that I want to take Travis Etienne? I'll just be honest with you. I have pick 33. His ADP is 35. I think he's got like that super stratospheric upside. He seems like a pretty classic tier jumper to me. Or do I have to take one of the top receivers? DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, Calvin Ridley, Amari Cooper. Receiver is already thinning out. Kyle Dvorchak. Am I allowed? I'm on the clock. 18 seconds. I have Travis Etienne or Christian Watson. I'm going for upside.
Go for it. Have fun. I think especially this is something that has even crept into like home leagues I am in. I swear I am actually still in home leagues. And even then, I think you're going to see the general creep of the like elite wide receiver ones continue to be pushed up. Nothing like the underdog sickos, but I do think people will acknowledge that like it's pretty easy to lock in like Justin Jefferson, like 10 receivers, starting with Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, still Cooper Kupp for like stratospheric seasons. And the way running back is utilized these days, not so many of them to lock in, but we have corrected so much for that. The dead zone of years past of running backs continues to move back and back and back. And the dead zone was never like proposed to be, at least, that these guys are bad players and they'll never score fantasy points. It's that
I'm
they're
on the clock
overpriced.
here.
Oh.
Am I allowed to take Christian Watson or DJ Moore? I don't want DeAndre Hopkins. I don't want Mike Williams. Christian
Wait,
Watson.
No, Hopkins would be the stack.
Hopkins. No. You guys, screw you guys. We're not doing this weeks. For a second, I panicked. Like, am I missing an eagle?
No,
I'm
this
taking
is
Christian
the one.
Watson.
No. You have a
might
shot.
make it back.
Guess who our second quarterback's gonna be now?
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love, folks.
Yeah.
Oh,
I do
Jordan Love.
I've done 8 drafts on the underdog, and I always end up with Jordan Love and Christian Watson. It can't go wrong. It's foolproof.
It is foolproof. So I just took Christian Watson. To me, I think he seems like just a major tier jumper this year, where he's raised in like the rankings I've come across. He's risen in ADP, but I feel like he's not being risen nearly enough. And that people we have debated on the pod, like, could he possibly remain that efficient again? I mean, his touchdowns to like targets ratio was probably unsustainably high.
Yeah.
And you would like to have seen a little more targets, but man, oh man, he just went bonkers with his target. And he just seemed like a future star NFL player to me, basically. Am I incorrect? Should I not be bullish on Christian Watson?
No, a lot of metrics point to Christian Watson actually underperforming last year compared to the opportunity that he commanded in that Packers offense. And I don't see, I know we talked about, there was a Packers beat writer who said Romeo Doubs is the wide receiver 1. No, I am not reading all that. And it's Watson. It's Watson. So let's just go with it. I really do think that he is valued properly here. Now, in your home league or whatever, your casual league, I think that Christian Watson is going to be a steal this summer.
Kyle, I have Jalen Hurts. I have AJ Brown. I have Travis Etienne and Christian Watson. In a vacuum, what position should I be targeting with my 5th pick?
I'm still going receivers here.
So I'm not allowed to take Kenneth Walker if he falls.
Hey, you're allowed to take Kenneth Walker. I mean,
Actually, I want to take Drake London. I want to take Michael. I'm taking receiver. I'm going to go either Drake London or Michael Pittman if they fall. Even though,
you don't want
to stack Ritter. I'll say that.
Yeah, I was going to say based on the scoring, you don't want guys whose teams are going to pass more than 10 times a game. There's a big negative bonus in there. When, guys who their offenses, they throw a lot, they put up yards. They generally frown upon that at underdog.
By the way, I like Kyle's approach here is basically live a little. Just live a little.
I took Travis Etienne and Christian Watson, folks. I'm living. I'm dying, actually. I'm living so much I'm dying. I went by you on the shoulder going 91 miles an hour. And like, because traffic stopped and I'm just driving on the shoulder going 91 miles an hour. Christian Watson in the 4th round. I'm living, folks. I'm living.
You are for now.
Yeah, I will die once I take Drake London. Michael Pittman just went. Wow.
Can I ask something real quick? Is Devontae Smith on the board?
He's not. He's been gone for like 4 rounds. I'm not even kidding. He has.
Oh well. Goddard.
Here we go. It's Goddard. It's Goddard season. I'm actually glad someone said that. ADP 67. I'm going to be picking.
Maybe we can
wait a second.
Closer to 80.
I don't know, Jim. He might be there. Oh, it's in the flat. It's just deflected, Jim.
Wait. I'm not
trying to hit the. Sorry.
Wait. I didn't mean Goddard right now. I didn't mean him right now. But also Kyle Pitts is pretty interesting. Am I not?
Yeah.
Right.
Can you edit that part out real quick?
Oh, come on.
Edit that part out real quick.
Kyle Pitts in the 5th.
I've got Ayuk the highest. JSN, Ayuk, Mike Evans, Tyler Lockett are the top 4 receivers.
Stop with those guys.
Can I take Aaron Jones, Kyle? Will I be canceled forever?
You can take. Oh, we can stack up Packers. We can stack up Packers.
Right.
Yeah. But you got to get love. You got to get.
All right. Well, I think last year we had some truly sickening linchpin. At some point, it was like he's got to get Matt Ryan.
I want to say it was Matt Ryan. Honestly,
I think it was.
Didn't work out,
folks. We did. We got him.
Ladies
and gentlemen. We got him. And underdog got my money, and guess what? They're not giving it back.
And you've tried. You tried to get it.
I have. I actually. Yeah. That's why I'm no longer speaking to Josh Norris or Hayden Winks.
Right. You have 11 attorneys on the case.
Yeah, they do. All right. It's Dallas Goedert or death here. I'm up in 4 picks.
You're taking him over Pitts?
Yeah, we're stacking. That's the only thing I'm supposedly stacking is the only thing that matters. I've been told.
I know, but
it took us like four rounds. It took us 4, maybe 5 rounds to entirely radicalize Pat to just the sicko. These guys are just names, and they happen to have an R squared that's higher if I take this guy in this cell.
By the way, I'll be honest. I have Dallas Goedert higher than Kyle Pitts in my personal rankings, and I do wonder, like, honestly, what is it based on with Kyle Pitts at this point? Like, we know he's a freak athlete. You know how many freak athletes are in the NFL? Like 1,200 of them.
And so my thing for Pitts is that he was going in the early 3rd round this time last year. Now you get him in the late,
and he crushed that ADP last year. He just
wait. And so that last year's ADP was sickening to me. I was actually nauseous looking. I couldn't believe anybody. But this time it counts. Like this time his ADP is appropriate, if not too low, I think.
Okay.
And
so I'm on the round. I'm on the clock in the 7th round. I only have 2 receivers, but you guys are telling me to take Dallas Goedert.
7th round is.
Yeah, it's the 7th round.
You're in the 6th. You're in the 6th
right. Well,
there, pal.
The
you can
round.
take Dallas Goedert. It's the correlation. It's for the correlation. I would really be hammering your wide receivers from here on out, but this is fine. I don't think you've done anything particularly bad here. The pitch for Kyle Pitts is that he was the best tight end prospect of my lifetime, one of the best, if not the best ever. Then he had one of the best rookie seasons ever for a tight end.
That's what they claim.
And then we stop the analysis there. Let's stop. Don't go any further, because that stuff matters a lot. Does what happened last year matter a little bit too? I'd say so, somewhat, but I don't think it should shake us from the foundation of elite prospect. Immediately, one of the most productive tight ends in the history of tight end rookie seasons. Yes. That also has a lot of weight to it, and I like that.
So can I not go second quarterback yet? Because quarterback's getting picked over. Deshaun Watson, Anthony Richardson, Dak, Tua. It's not totally picked over.
Sir, there's one quarterback we're waiting for.
So is Jordan Love my second quarterback, or is he my third quarterback?
I would just go to Jalen. You've invested so much of the sort of resources the draft allots you. And I think this is really applicable in like every format, essentially. Is like the draft is just like a resource that the game hands you. And at some point you invest a ton in one position, and we want those positions to basically be primarily receiver and running back. So you've really spent a lot of your capital already on quarterback, which I think is fine, but keep that in mind as we approach quarterback number 2. Spending should be tight on this one.
That's a good point. I just bolded Devin Achane, by the way. Everyone in the queue is essentially a receiver. I did put in Devin Achane because they're not going to trade for Dalvin.
So Devin Achane, the clock is ticking until Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins come out and say he's not a running back. He's a running back. We don't call him a receiver. We don't call him a run. This is where we're doing the positionless thing, folks.
So we don't even call him a football player. He's just a weapon.
Right. That's what he's labeled as on his driver's license. It says weapon. So
Zelensky's trying to get us to send him to Ukraine. I'm not trying to get political. I'm just telling you the truth. That's just all I'm saying. I know you think I'm out here making a political statement. I'm telling you the truth.
The French are working on it. They are working on it.
And the reporters like Mike McDaniel, I didn't know you talked like that. And I thought you were kind of like a bro and not a stereotypical football dunderhead, but all right. I'm only receiver. Top of the board is Kadarius Toney, Pickens, Marquise Brown, Diontae Johnson, who I frankly want to take Diontae Johnson. I want those targets now.
I say you live a little.
I was tweeting about this. Like, I think there are pretty good rules of thumb that sound really dumb that generally work in like fantasy football, specifically for running back. For me, it was like he large, he catch passes. That's what you need to do. Large guys get touchdowns, they get the ball a lot, and catching passes we value very highly based on almost any fantasy scoring format. For receivers, like, do they throw him the ball? Like, do they throw him the ball? You see, I get he's fast, but do they throw him the ball? But he needs to get the ball to score the points. They throw Diontae Johnson that football a lot.
Because it's the top 2 by ADP at receiver. Now Pickens and Diontae Johnson. I'm 1 pick away. I agree. I just want the targets. I am concerned about George Pickens not commanding that many targets as a rookie. I know it's Kenny Pickett. I know it's like the run heaviest system and a very run heavy division. But I just want Deshaun Watson just went. Well, I live and let die basically, and take Diontae Johnson. Kyle.
I'm in for it.
Taking it. Denny, do you assent?
I guess.
All right. Why do you not assent, Denny? What do you have against? I'm actually 6 picks away. Let's game plan this next pick. Should I live a little and take Zay Flowers went? Oh my gosh. Should I take Rashad Bateman? Wow.
I mean, I think it's time for you to start looking at Cardinals personally.
Oh my gosh. So really, I got to run it back, huh?
I mean, eventually you got to get somebody. Rondell Moore, James. I guess James Conner's gone, right?
James Conner's long gone.
Right.
Long gone.
Okay.
Long.
Yes, he was taken with the 3rd pick overall. I forgot.
Take Zach Ertz. Don't worry about it. I got Zach Ertz in my back pocket.
No, you need to take a T pill and.
Who's that rookie receiver they drafted? Didn't they draft a receiver? Am I hallucinating?
Michael Wilson, I believe. He's a Stanford receiver.
That's an easy to remember name.
He ran a 6'9" 40.
He did. He did. The top receivers by ADP: Gabe Davis, Brandon Cooks, Jahan Dotson, Quentin Johnson, Michael Thomas. Is it time to? I don't know.
I know about that. You better not.
Stop. He's at the top of the queue. Kyle, tell me what to do. It's the first time I'm scared.
It's been 3 years since he hurt his ankle, and the team still has no idea if he's going to play this year.
Brandon Cooks, or should I live and let die? Take Jahan Dotson.
I could go for Dotson. Like, if you take Michael Thomas, that's between you and God. If you take Jahan Dotson, you can defend that.
Do I take Cooks?
It's Cooks. It's Cooks.
He's so bad. Brandon Cooks, I'm so tired.
No.
Can I just go on a mini rant unrelated to that?
Yes, sure.
I'm so tired of every year. Like, Brandon Cooks, he's pitched as like an ADP value every year. And like every year it comes true. Like, I don't understand how Brandon Cooks is the wide receiver 27. He's going to easily outperform that. And then the season's over and he's like the wide receiver 26. And it's like, wow, yeah, all right. He outperformed that ADP by 1.
That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. Every summer we get shamed. We get shamed by the Brandon Cooks industrial complex. They come out of the woodwork around August 15th and go, an elite wide receiver is going in the 7th round. What's up with that? He's gonna crush his ADP. And you're right, Pat. He if he's drafted as wide receiver 33, he ends the season as wide receiver 30.
We're heading into the 9th round. I have Jalen Hurts, Travis Etienne, Aaron Jones, AJ Brown, Christian Watson, Diontae Johnson, Brandon Cooks, and Dallas Goedert. Can I take Devin Achane? His ADP is 110. Or can I not invest in a 3rd running back yet, Kyle?
I personally, I'd keep going at receiver, especially at receiver. The deeper you go into the draft, like your big weeks, which we really care about in best ball, I think are also underrated in season-long leagues, frankly. The big weeks start to fall off. It's hard to find big weeks deep in the draft at receiver, like almost more so than any other position. We're seeing that with quarterback recently too. Whereas running backs, like there will be guys who just stumble into starting roles because that's the nature of the position the deeper you go into draft. So like obviously every position, the players get worse as you go on, but receiver, the drop off really hits hard, and getting on the wrong side of that drop off is pretty bad for your overall roster build. So I'm going receiver here, Jim.
Yeah, you sold me there, Tony, on receiver. And Jamison Williams, currently top ADP, suspended 6 games. Elijah Moore, who the fantasy community claims was good. The Jets thought otherwise. Juju Smith-Schuster, who will probably lead the Patriots in targets. Odell Beckham coming off his 9th career torn ACL. Tight end Alan Lazard, underdog glitch, is in the wide receiver ranks.
Look,
who do I take?
Elijah Moore is good, by the way.
I don't know, man.
No. He just didn't get along with Robert Saleh. That's the end of it. Like,
I
that's,
guess. I don't know. Usually good. It doesn't usually matter, though, if you don't get along with. If you're good, they don't care. Juju Smith-Schuster, Elijah Moore. What do I do?
oh man, I cannot endorse Juju.
I'm going Elijah Moore, even though I straight up don't think he's good. I've been told that doesn't matter, though. So I'm drafting Elijah Moore here in the 9th round.
Yeah, Pat, I do kind of, I like it. We're shooting for the moon. This is $3 million to first, and no one remembers your name if you get second, which is also like $1 million. So we're shooting for the moon, and Moore is very fun. Elite prospect profile. Rookie year, pretty good, somewhat efficient, promising. On an offense, it was terrible. Jets have been terrible for my entire life. So that was all good. It's, it's kind of a smaller version of the Kyle Pitts. There was a lot of good stuff that happened, and then a really catastrophically bad thing that happened. I think the concern with Elijah Moore, though, is that ultimately, like Pat, you said, the Jets didn't think he was good. Like, I assume the Falcons still think Kyle Pitts is good. Arthur Smith maybe disagrees, but they didn't trade him. The Jets were very clear that they don't think they have a place on their roster for this player who we all think is good. And the Browns were like, oh, we don't have to pay that much. We'll take him. And the Browns also invested at receiver during the draft, too. So I doubt they're definitely not locking him into like starting receiver status by any means.
Oh man, Devin Achane just went. I have no one in my queue anymore.
Can I ask where's Jordan Love in all this right now?
He's at the QB 21. We're at QB 15. Rodgers, Geno, Goff, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, run back, obviously. Derek Carr, Jordan Love.
All right. And can you please, just for me, just like star Rondell Moore, just favorite him real quick.
Okay, I'm on the clock. Jacoby Myers, Tyler Boyd. Should I get Darnell Mooney maybe? Jonathan Mingo, Rashee Rice. I can't take Jacoby Myers or Tyler Boyd. I guess maybe, I don't know. Kyle, tell me what to do. I'm so scared.
I wouldn't take Darnell Mooney. That's
scared.
offensive
9
one
seconds.
where the numbers don't work.
Adam Thielen.
No.
Oh God, no. Go Rice or Mingo to
I'm
me.
telling you.
Okay, Mingo. I'm putting him up. I don't know if I got it in. I did. Jonathan Mingo.
I would take Thielen over Mingo.
Jonathan Mingo's not even good, but neither is Adam Thielen. It's fine.
Thielen's like one of the. I don't mean to say he's an older guy. He can still play football. He's
Yeah.
Well,
Thanks, Kyle.
Efficiency wise, on some things that are predictive, like yards per route run, targets per route run, was not good last year by a shocking degree.
But you know what helps with that is getting 145 targets.
He's not going to get that.
Fair enough.
So it's round 10. I have Jalen Hurts, Travis Etienne, Aaron Jones, AJ Brown, Christian Watson, Diontae Johnson, Brandon Cooks, Elijah Moore, Jonathan Mingo, and Dallas Goedert. Are we getting near the love zone? Are we getting near? I can finally stop. I got the boomer shakes from only having 2 running backs.
We actually can't say the love zone on air. Just I want to make sure we don't get in trouble.
I do have the boomer shakes. Is it 2? No running back, a no-go, Kyle, or what do I do?
I think running back is an acceptable thing to do here.
Starring Elijah Moore, Christian
Mitchell.
McCaffrey injury. Excuse me, Elijah Mitchell, Christian McCaffrey injury history. Kyle Shanahan seemed to like he was starting to dislike Elijah Mitchell. Then all of a sudden, just started really featuring him heavily again down the stretch.
Are we sure we're not interested in Jamal Williams, the starting running back for the Saints?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Who could get 6 starts?
Should we just take Jordan Love? No, we shouldn't take Jordan Love because there's still 6 quarterbacks ahead of him.
Let's not get
ADP. Tyler Boyd, Sky Moore, Zay Jones. Should I just go Rashee Rice this time?
Or we could get nuts and take Thielen and then Bryce Young.
I don't hate that.
We're cooking with oil now, folks.
Well, if I take Thielen, we at least have options then in case Jordan Loves goes early.
Now, unless you're going to go in on the stack, I don't want Thielen and Mingo without Young.
Right. You don't want them naked. What you're saying? I believe that's what they say.
That's right. We don't want them naked in the love zone. We're trying to avoid that.
I have to weigh too hard at that.
Just for our reference, because these are the things that really matter in life. The Packers play the Vikings in Week 17. It looks like, and let me find out who the Panthers play.
Stop,
I don't have these memorized yet. I'm still in the magazine grind zone.
Stop! Don't edit this part out.
Come on, baby.
5 picks away. Do we have a plan? I don't think we have a plan.
We have a plan.
What's the plan?
The plan is Thielen.
The plans. I just moved Rashee Rice up. Actually, I went into that Chiefs action. I went upside.
Oh, we've actually stumbled ourselves into a little bit of correlation here. Panthers get the Jags in Week 17.
Oh hell yes! That. My life was basically ruined until I learned that.
Not to be dramatic, but Bryce Young is obviously a target now.
Do we want Bryce Young? Well, hold on. We haven't drafted Thielen yet.
We also don't need both receivers for it.
Rashee Rice just went. Should I take Elijah Mitchell? I'm taking a running back. Gibson, Elijah Mitchell, Jerick McKinnon. Wow. It's pretty bleak, actually.
I like Eli Mitchell. I think there's room for maybe some standalone carries for him. And obviously, like he is legitimately, I think, one of the better backups in the league. Right. His contingent value, should anything happen to CMC, goes through the roof. So I have no problem with that. He's good.
Okay, we just took him. It's round 11. My next pick is in round 12. I will start sweating like visibly on air if we don't take Jordan Love soon, because basically we've staked the entire reputation of our website on getting Jordan Love.
Wait. We've given ourselves the out of Bryce Young as well, though.
Well, we didn't. We didn't take Thielen. In fact, no one's taken Thielen.
We have Mingo, do we not? We have Mingo. He's the one you want. Imagine, like, if Adam Thielen gets 140 targets, it means Bryce Young is averaging 4.2 yards per attempt. Those are not high-value targets.
Hey, guess what?
Mingo's sick. He's big and fast.
Guess what? We also have Diontae Johnson with a picket fence, guys.
No. Please no.
No. I would retire before taking.
I can't be part of this. I'd have to quit the podcast.
We have one guy in the queue, and it's Adam Thielen. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, can you
on the clock now?
Okay, all right.
Receiver Thielen, Alec Pierce, Michael Gallup, KJ Osborne, DJ Shark. Ooh. DPJ, MVS, Rashid Shaheed. Ooh, man. No. What do I do, Kyle? Tell me what to do.
Denny says take Adam Thielen. I think that's a heinous thing to do.
This is actually
no. You take him. Hey, like when you're young and
Shaheed. Man.
No.
I think Shaheed would have been a worse pick.
When you're young and idealistic, you want the big athletic dudes.
Okay, here's the deal. Oh my God, this is bad news. We're 15 picks away. The quarterbacks are starting to go again. We're down to Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray, Derek Carr, Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Is it Jordan? Oh my God. 2 quarterbacks just went. We might be screwed.
Yeah. No, we're done. We're not going to get Love, but we have Bryce Young.
Hold on.
We're not going to.
Oh my God, they're all going.
We did just get a run of 4 quarterbacks and like 6 picks.
We're done. Yeah, 11 picks away.
So I was going to maybe gently suggest that Jordan Love should have been the pick, but it seemed like you were really set on not taking a quarterback.
No, I wasn't. If you had said that, I took Adam Thielen because of you.
But
would have gladly taken a quarterback.
Sorry, I apologize then.
Triggered much, Pat?
Well, hopefully someone will take Matthew Stafford over Jordan Love.
Man, Kenny Pickett's out there too. He's the doomsday option.
And then there's Trey Lance, who will get 0 starts this year. Hopefully someone goes with him.
It's true. Can we stack CJ Stroud with anybody? Brandon Cook's not on the Texans anymore. So
Tank Dell.
Tank Dell's good. Putting Tank Dell in the queue, actually. No, basically, we're just listening. If you're listening, we are in round 13. We have
Nico Collins.
We have Jalen Hurts, Travis Etienne, Aaron Jones, Elijah Mitchell, AJ Brown, Christian Watson, Diontae Johnson, Brandon Cooks, Elijah Moore, Jonathan Mingo, Adam Thielen. I just threw up a bit. Dallas Goedert. And
might want to look
waiting.
At some tight ends. Might want to look at some tight ends.
We're waiting with so like you're in a town, let's say, that's been under siege for 2 months. You think like the invading force is finally about to break through the city walls. You're waiting with like a sense of sick anticipation. That's basically where we are. I'm also reading a book about the Civil War. I was just reading about the siege of Vicksburg. Wow, we're waiting with sick anticipation to see if Jordan Love or Bryce Young.
So this is your Vicksburg, is what you're saying. It is
my Vicksburg. No, it's not, because Vicksburg needed to fall.
Okay, well then it's not. Hey, by the way, can you let's get Taysom Hill on board? Come on.
You're fired.
Come on, demanding it now.
You are fired.
Just Taysom Hill. It's easy. It's an easy.
Pretty simple. We have some rules around here. We don't have many rules, but there are some.
All right, Pat. It looks like your quarterback's going to make it to you personally.
Don't jinx it. Oh yeah, this guy's got 2 quarterbacks. All right, he's making it.
Oh, no, not the next one.
I'm mushing it. I'm mushing it. We
Okay.
lost. We got him. We got Bryce Young, folks. We're
lost.
like the Lions when they took Jahmyr Gibbs. We're all celebrating. I'm wearing a Lions hoodie, in fact.
Are you taking Jordan Love?
No, he's gone. He went.
He just went.
He
I
went.
almost
he just
mushed it.
went.
So we're taking Bryce Young. All right, that's fine.
We
That's
did it,
actually
folks. We
fine.
landed on the moon of this rookie quarterback who, rookie quarterbacks famously successful, especially when they have a 39-year-old tight end as the receiver one. Love to see it, folks. Give it up for us.
All right, 5 picks away. We're either taking Rashid Shaheed for big plays. I've been told this is best ball. I was told this is best ball. I thought you liked big plays. All of a sudden, you're telling me not to draft Rashid Shaheed? Curious.
We do like big plays. You're right.
But Denny said he wanted to look at tight end. Irv Smith, Juwan Johnson, Sam Laporta, who Denny has been proselytizing.
Yeah.
Gerald Everett, Dawson Knox, Taysom Hill, Michael Mayer, Mike Gesicki. Are we taking Irv Smith, Sam Laporta, or Rashid Shaheed? Those are the choices for this pick.
I don't like Shaheed. I mean, I would wait till Taysom.
Should I take DJ Shark now that we have Bryce Young?
Holy cow. Three receivers. I don't know,
Seems
man.
excessive.
I don't know. Let's not get insane.
Marvin Mims. I'm putting Marvin Mims and Rondale Moore in the queue.
We got to eventually go back for Rondale Moore to get our week 17 stack or whatever.
Rondale.
We got time to take Rondale. Lots of receivers on the board. Denny, pick your favorite tight end. You want Laporta or Irv Smith?
Let's take Laporta. Oh, he's gone. So never mind.
Anyone Irv Smth or
Yeah,
get off the show? How about
Irv
that?
Smith. Yeah, let's do Irv Smith.
What team? He's on the Bengals now, huh? Has he played in any of the past 3 seasons? Irv Smith.
He was actually quite good last year.
We just took him. He actually wasn't that good. He only played like 6 games.
I know, but
He was so bad that they traded for TJ Hawkinson. And
I know,
made
but
him
Hawkinson-
the
Other than
NFL
that,
target
Denny,
leader.
how was the play?
Hawkinson is not good. They just like him. They just like him personally.
Irv Smith was so bad that they traded for TJ Hawkinson and made him the NFL targets leader, Denny.
Yeah, I disagree with this. Hawkinson is no good stuff. He again, it's the simple rule: a guy whose job is to catch passes. Do they throw the ball to him? But do they throw the ball to him? You know what they did last year?
They do.
Threw the ball to him.
They do. And no, and I like Hawkinson as a fantasy player. Yeah.
Not as a person, clearly, but
No, personally, I'm disgusted. No, I'm kidding. But he's just a catch and fall down guy, but he does it well.
DJ Shark gone. Taysom Hill gone. The past 2 picks. All that we love is gone.
Taysom's
gone. He's gone, Denny. I'm
so
sorry.
so instead of being able to plug in a quarterback at tight end, now we're gonna have to draft Mike Gesicki.
Do we go receiver or running back? Devin Singletary, Tank Bigsby, Tajay Spears, Chuba Hubbard, free agent Leonard Fournette, Kenneth Gainwell.
I think Gainwell looks pretty good.
He does. What do you think, Kyle?
I like Gainwell. I'm not sure there's ever a scenario in which he's getting like all of the work, but
No.
he's a stack for us, baby. He
That's
plays
what
for
I'm
a
saying.
team of the teams we already drafted.
We're gonna hope he
Exactly.
falls to. This is round. How many rounds are there, by the way? 18,
42.
20?
I think 20. No, it used to be 18. I think 20, if I remember correctly.
All right. Are we taking Marvin Mims or Rondale Moore, or can I take Rashid Shaheed finally? I kind of want to take Marvin Mims because I think there's a 0% chance he's their number 1 receiver.
I don't know about number 1.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
I think it's Gainwell and Moore. I think we need to hammer that week 17.
Taking
target.
Rondale Moore, and then with the run back to this pick, we're going to take Kenneth Gainwell.
Yes, I like. What do you think, Kyle?
I'm fine with that. I like Moore. I wish he caught targets beyond the line of scrimmage, but who knows?
I wish he were
maybe there's
ever good would be nice. Rondale Moore.
tall. I wish he were tall.
It would be good if he had literally ever been good in the NFL. Marvin Mims just went, so that dream is dead. Josh Downs just went.
I'm not. I mean, I like Marvin Mims as a prospect, but he's gonna run 11 routes a game.
I think he's gonna be their number 1 receiver. Sean Payton. The public is not ready for what Sean Payton is going to unleash in Denver. They're just not. He comes in. He has contempt for the entire program there.
He does.
Think. He really has. He's going to cut Greg Dulcich in training camp. He has contempt for everything this program stood for. before he got there. I think he's got some Josh McDaniels in him right now.
He really does like personally dislike Greg Dulcich. You're right.
He does. He personally disliked Rashid Shaheed. That dream is now dead. He was drafted by someone that has a red shield on their name. Doesn't that mean they're good drafters?
That means they've done a lot of drafts. I don't know.
It means that we should have taken him 3 rounds ago the first time I mentioned it.
I think you're too caught up in the Shaheed situation.
No, I like big plays. That's the only thing I care about.
I don't. I like Adam Thielen.
Yeah, we can tell you don't like big plays.
You know what?
18 rounds. Still stuck on my drafting strat.
Listen, talk to me in week 17 when Adam Thielen catches 9 of 17 targets for 80 yards and a touchdown.
So we're 1 pick away in round 15. Are we seriously doing the Rondale Moore? We're on the clock.
Oh, we're doing it.
So does this even count as a run back if we have 1 player?
Yeah,
absolutely.
We only have 1 Cardinal. How much of a run back is that really if we have 1 player?
I mean,
week
look,
17 opponent.
Okay, all right. Let's play it out, right?
Paint yourself a story. Play it out, Denny. Tell the viewer what's going to happen.
Let me tell you the story. Jalen Hurts and the invincible, dominant Philadelphia offense gets up 28-3 at halftime, and they call off the dogs a little bit in the second half. And Rondale
Gainwell's getting his carries in the second half. We already got
Gainwell's getting carries.
Gainwell's getting going.
They're resting Jalen Hurts in this game.
He dropped a 30-burger in the first half.
And Rondale Moore catches 12 passes for 60 yards and a touchdown.
So what you're saying is Rondale Moore is going to make me the next Pat Crane. That's what you're telling me.
That's what I'm. That's exactly
first place is more this year.
That's what you're telling me, huh? All right, we're 3 picks away. It's Kenneth Gainwell, our bust. He is the only player in my queue. I got to be honest.
Have Kenneth Gainwell on the roster.
Chase Claypool being the wide receiver 84 strikes me as a bit of an overreaction.
Too low, way too low.
Seems quite low.
Yeah. Actually, Rotoviz, Connor Driscoll from Rotoviz had a really good piece that recently made me change my mind on Chase Claypool. And by change my mind, I mean it made me think of Chase Claypool for the first time since 2020.
I mean, a team traded the number 33 overall pick for him. He is going to get targets. We are on the clock though in round 16, and we're trusting the process and taking Kenneth Gainwell. We just took Kenneth Gainwell. We're now 16 picks away from, I would say, Chase Claypool and Tank Dell or Khalil Shakir, who are the only 3 players in my queue right now.
Pat, do me a favor. How many running backs do we have? And
we've got 4, which we have 4 running backs, which are Travis Etienne, Aaron Jones, Elijah Mitchell. You may know him as Eli, and Kenneth Gainwell are our 4 running backs right now.
Hey, by the way, real quick, who are the Panthers playing week 17?
What did I say? It was the Jaguars. That's why we had Etienne already. We knew it going in, and it's been the plan the whole time. I would say we have two running backs with the same bye. Not that's a huge deal, but we could use more investment regardless of the bye weeks. I could go either way with a 5th running back, but knowing that 2 of them do overlap, maybe that's a spot that we want to tab one of our 2 final picks for another running back.
So this is only 18. This is only 18 rounds, Kyle.
Only 18. I said 20. I lied earlier. It's 18.
All right. Deuce Vaughn. Am I right, folks?
You could do worse.
You guys following this? You guys hear about this?
2 names on this list stick out. We got like Tajay Spears, Fournette, Gus Edwards, Kareem Hunt, lots of backup types. I like Gus Edwards. Even when J.K. Dobbins is healthy, they give him carries. And J.K. Dobbins, when healthy, like that's a qualifier we've had to add his whole career. I think Gus is really good. I think he's like one of the only running backs ever to have like 4 straight seasons of 5 yards of carry. Rudimentary.
I just feel like with Gus Edwards that even if J.K. Dobbins gets hurt, Gus Edwards won't become like a true starter. It would still just be like a committee type thing. They're going less run heavy this year. I feel like Gus Edwards could not even make the team, maybe. I think his contract is kind of one of those. Come on. Khalil Shakir just went.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Let me pitch you on this. Jerome Ford. Name me another Browns running back other than Nick Chubb. Do it.
Dearness Johnson.
Nope. Not on the team.
Oh, my God.
No, keep going, Pat.
Kareem Hunt.
Jim Brown. Jamal Lewis. Peyton Hillis.
Oh, I love Peyton.
Actually, Hillis is on the. You should.
He is take back on the team. Dearness Johnson's not on the Browns anymore, huh? Wow. Everything I know.
I believe he's on like the Jaguars. He's
everything I thought I knew about this country is wrong. He is on the Jacksonville Jaguars now. Dearness Johnson.
But yeah, I mean, reportedly they really liked Jerome Ford last year. I think I could see like a.
By the way, call him
not
Jerry Ford is what he's known as.
Jerry Ford, of course. We all call him Jerry Ford.
Kyle, do you know who Jerry Ford is by any chance?
No.
He was the former president of the United States.
Oh, Gerald Ford?
Yeah, I know. He was called Jerry.
They called him
in the
Gerald.
I know. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to gotcha. I actually was trying to gotcha.
You were trying. Don't lie. You were trying to gotcha.
I was trying
oh, you like this country? Name the president.
oh, you're an adult. Let's see how old you are, huh?
Right.
Well, anyways, yeah, Gerald Ford.
Name your 6 favorite presidents from the 70s then.
You got Dick Nixon. You got
Lincoln.
Ford, you got Abe Lincoln.
Grover Cleveland.
You got Jimmy Carter, Jimmy James, as he was known. Okay, we actually got to make a pick. Gerald Ford is still in the queue. Deuce Vaughn, you guys laughed at. I just added into the queue though.
Sorry.
We got CPAT. We got CEH. Got Travion Williams, who they supposedly keep talking about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kyle kind of sold me on Jerome Ford, actually. Oh, we're on the clock. Tank Dell or Jerome Ford?
I'd go Jerome Ford. I like.
Yeah, I like Ford.
He was a decent prospect.
Ford.
He was highly recruited. Then didn't get much run at Alabama. Transferred to Cincinnati. Can catch passes. I think he's a guy who can maybe get some work, stumble into the end zone, and make your lineup a few times, and a really strong contingent value back.
We're almost on the clock for our final pick. It's round 18. We're going into round 18. We have Jalen Hurts. We have Bryce Young, Etienne, Aaron Jones, Eli Mitchell, Kenneth Gainwell, Jerry Ford, A.J. Brown, Christian Watson, Diontae Johnson, Brandon Cooks, Elijah Moore, Mingo, Thielen, Rondale Moore, Goddard, and Irv Smith. We have 2 tight ends. We have 2 quarterbacks. We have 5 running backs. What do we need to tackle here for our final pick?
I'd consider tight end. I'd need to see who's available.
We probably do need a 3rd tight end.
Yeah.
Trey McBride, Arizona.
Oh, hey.
It's written in the stars.
That it's sometimes stacking just comes to you, just comes naturally.
Written in the stars.
You don't even have to go to the love zone.
The entire draft is now contingent on getting Trey McBride.
Well, I will say they still have Zach Ertz, and I don't know if they're moving.
I mentioned Ertz earlier, and you laughed.
I would go with McBride, and but Kyle, you're saying you're taking Ertz over McBride?
No, I don't.
I wanted to get your guys' vibes on it. I would like Trey McBride. To me is more exciting because I'm young and he's young, and that makes it relatable to me. But they like Zach Ertz. He was still out there earning targets last year. Do you guys have a take on this? Because I'm ambivalent.
I do. I mean, it seems like a team primed to do a lot of dumb things, and it just seems like they're going to still love Zach Ertz. I will say that.
I was going to ask you which one of them would be dumb because like McBride wasn't anything special.
Oh my God, Trey McBride just went. Should we just take Zach Ertz?
Yeah, take it. Have fun with it. Actually, it's like the least fun thing ever. But
we're subtweeting the guy who just took Trey McBride.
We are kind of like you took the wrong one.
Cute. You thought Trey McBride's the Cardinals starting tight end. Curious. Guess who we're taking?
Yeah. Oh, we're taking Ertz, baby.
We just did it.
I like this. This is a big dog move. This is like establishing our dominance over the draft, saying you just made a bad pick. I'm sorry.
That was a really, really alpha pick. Taking someone named Tank would have been an alpha pick, though, too.
That's
but I like it. Look, we're all stacked up for week 17, guys, and that's all you can do in these huge fields. You got to do it. We know someone who did it last year, and it worked out just fine.
Yeah, it's for him. Now he's not here.
And I will say he had stacked going into the season, if I remember correctly, Crane had the Miami game. He had Miami and like New England stacked or something like that because he had like Jacoby Myers on that team. And maybe Tyquan Thornton too. Not an appealing game to stack, like downright like a game where maybe Tua's good and no one had faith in the Patriots. They're like one of the lowest drafted teams, but like we're not wanting to lean too heavily on our analysis. Like, of course, I want to get the players that I like, but there's also the element of the game theory of like bad game shootout. That kind of stuff happens. If it happens to break out in our favor, we betray our employees with millions of dollars in our hand.
I love it happen. No, don't say that.
Nope. Okay. Edit that one out. Producer.
Plus,
Adam,
remember,
edit
he's
that one out.
remember around here he's known as Karain. There's only one Pat on this show. I thought we made that clear.
I will say though, in these early best balls, I feel like, and guys, push back. Tell me I'm completely off base if you think so. I feel like Jordan Love is being overlooked at least a little bit here. Going, well, what's his it's QB 13, 14 is his ADP?
No, it's QB 21.
QB 21. Sorry, I don't know.
Pat wanted to take him QB 13, 14.
That's
You're
what
that nervous, not QB 2.
And guess what? We sweated it, and then we didn't get him.
So so Jordan Love is being drafted as if this season is going to be like a total disaster, basically.
Now, why would anyone think that? This guy who mid-first rounder doesn't play football for 3 years, even though his team hates the starting quarterback.
It wasn't mid, it was late.
Wait a second. No. I reject the theory that he couldn't get on the field. He wasn't going to get on the field if Aaron Rodgers had lost a leg. on the field, he would play one-legged, and the Packers would say, "Yeah, no, we're not playing Jordan Love."
That almost literally happened where he got hurt against the Eagles, and Jordan Love came in and played a pretty solid 20 minutes, and Aaron Rodgers like, "Oh, my leg healed, actually."
Yeah. Oh, the magic stones.
So he rubbed some crystals on it, and then it healed. Well, the draft is over. Yeah. Producer Adam, how should I recap our team here? Let's look at my team.
I'd recap it by like buying a Ferrari. This is good.
The Rotoworld team. How do I look at just my team? I don't want to look at the whole draft board.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't draft on desktop. I'm sorry.
You do all this on your phone, man? Talk about tedious. No offense to the Zoomers.
I'm out and about. I'm moving around. I'm shaking. I'm moving. My dog needs walked. It's on my phone.
Is that a euphemism?
No, my dog needs walked.
Literally, his dog needs to
walk. I popped out the draft board.
Click on your name.
I'm trying it. Nothing's happening.
Come on.
I'm clicking on it. Nothing's happening.
I'm embarrassed for you.
Well, there's got to be a way to find out who's on my football team here. Rotopat. Here we go. So to recap, we have Jalen Hurts. We have Bryce Young. Our only 2 quarterbacks. We did not go with a 3 quarterback build. We really need Travis Etienne to be good at running back. We have Aaron Jones, but Aaron Jones, someone whose candle is kind of flickering. Elijah Mitchell, Kenneth Gainwell, Jerome Ford, pretty volatile running back room, let's just be honest, because even Travis Etienne has a bit of an injury history. Then a receiver, A.J. Brown, Christian Watson, Diontae Johnson, Brandon Cooks, Elijah Moore, Jonathan Mingo, Adam Thielen, Rondale Moore, tight end, Dallas Goedert, Irv Smith, and Zach Ertz, the biggest alpha pick we made. Where are we looking slight? Where are we looking strong?
I mean, tight end is pretty thin behind Dallas Goedert.
It is.
I think that's kind of the point, though, right? Like when you take Goddard as high as we did, like in the same cohort where people are getting like Kyle Pitts, who I really like, George Kittle, who has, I think, the 3rd best season by receiving yards ever for a tight end, if I remember correctly. It's like 2, 3, or 4. You're expecting him to really go and ball out, and especially because we have a ton of this entire offense. We've kind of made a bet already, whether or not we like believe it on the whole. Within the context of this draft, he's balling out. That's what we're saying. So even if that's, not exactly what we believe in all scenarios, I know it is what Rotopat believes. I actually have Kyle Pitts ranked higher. We made that bet. We made that bet. We got to lie in it. And that's why we invested pretty light afterward.
I was muted. I'm still trying to find a way where I can just pull up my team. And this is the side scroll.
We're gonna keep looking into that as
we're looking into it very powerfully. I'm just gonna stop the screen share because now we're gonna go full podcast form. Here we are. It's me, Denny, and Kyle, and I think it is a good over. I will say I think it's much better than the first team I drafted last year, where you guys were like throwing tomatoes at me, basically.
I think I like this. I mean, it's balanced. It's a little balanced for my liking, positionally. But I think that it has some volatility baked into it. Let's just put it that way, and that's good. That's what you're looking for.
It's true. I think we have too some like good volatility where there's a lot of upside with Elijah Mitchell. There's a lot of upside with Jerome Ford. Like Kyle said, this has been a run-heavy team that kind of cleared the deck at running back. Nick Chubb is not getting any younger. I believe he had some minor injury issues last year. Receiver, we got a legit alpha in A.J. Brown. We have a legit second-year breakout candidate in Christian Watson. We have the targets compiler that no one ever wants in Diontae Johnson. We have this basically the classic low-end wide receiver 2 in Brandon Cooks.
Yeah.
We have an upside flyer in Elijah Moore, a rookie flyer in Mingo, another classic compiler that no one wants, Adam Thielen. Rondale Moore, don't really have anything good to say about that.
Classic compiler, Pat hates.
Dallas Goedert, Irv Smith, and Zach Ertz. I like the overall squad.
I mean,
I'll say the one thing, and I think this maybe falls in line with what Denny was getting at, that we could have been more aggressive at receiver. Like, what is the scenario in which Aaron Jones buries you? Like, I like, he's an older committee back. He's really good at the things he does. He gets high value touches, but he's like an older committee back on an offense that just clearly took a big downgrade at quarterback, even if like Rodgers was a worse version of himself last year. Do you think Jordan Love's going to be a better version than that? I personally don't think so. Yeah. So I think that's the one spot where maybe we could have done what Denny was saying. Like, we could play pretty like hyper aggressive at receiver and sacrifice some points at running back, but I don't think we would have been losing ceiling. I'm not sure I see the scenario in which Aaron Jones is out there like getting 1,800 yards from scrimmage and 20 touchdowns anymore.
It's fair.
That seems fair. Aaron Jones is the classic, whether it's best ball or redraft. When you're done with the draft, you're like, well, I took Aaron Jones. So that's something.
Although, he will have a random 12 catch, 190-yard game. So
he probably is hashtag better in best ball. He probably does.
Also, I'm not too afraid of A.J. Dillon. I mean, A.J. Dillon, not good.
Yeah, he believed what you would call hashtag not good. Although I don't know, he's been getting hyped again.
I am trying to turn over a new leaf, guys. I don't know if you saw on Twitter, but I'm done looking at advanced metrics for running backs and judging them based on that, because coaches don't care. They don't care. They want the big man to get the ball and fall forward and not fumble, and that's what they want in a running back. And if that's what they want, we have to accept it.
Unless it's the Kansas City Chiefs, they don't care.
No, right. No, well, I mean, good teams tend to be different in that regard.
Well, any final thoughts, or do we end this here podcast?
I think it's time to wrap it up, and we can do another one of these in maybe in a couple months when we have some more information.
We'll try to do about once a month. Next week, we're going to try to have a guest on Thursday. Kyle Dvorchak is out of town. Denny Carter and I will be here with a yet-to-be-determined special guest. We will also be here on Monday talking about God knows what. If you have any topic ideas, feel free to tweet them at or truth them at Denny on Truth Social.
Yes,
you can do that. Ideas.
You can also come to my house, just knock on the door.
Yeah, just start hitting golf balls at Denny's windows, and they can have papers wrapped around them with podcast ideas.
That's acceptable.
That is acceptable. I have a GM's article going up on Monday, actually. I am ranking the general managers in the NFL. That will be live on Monday. So check that out. So for Kyle Dvorchak, for Denny Carter, I am Patrick Daugherty. Thank you so much for listening. We hope this was not too chaotic in audio form. And we'll be back next week.